Hello everyone and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities! Another fucking update. This game gets updated frequently, like really frequently. I barely played any of 1.28? This is like 1.3 now? I don't fucking know. All I know is I gotta check the Patreon pages, make sure I'm not missing out on any new updates. Alright, so we left off. What the fuck happened to this game? What the hell? You know what I bet happened? They were getting rid of the 3D animated stuff and they're like actually drawing in a living room. So, this is the story of a girl who, guess what? Cried a river and drowned the whole goddamn world. And I want to make sure of something real quick because I was checking the sound, music. Still no music. Okay. That's fine. You know, I tried to add music into a couple of the episodes for a while there, but then I was like, I can't keep doing this shit. It was way too much editing, and the rendering was taking like 5 fucking hours. So, until the developer adds in music, there's no fucking music. Maria had prepared the table, and Coach is already sitting there, chatting with her. Ah, you're finally here, so we can eat now.
Took you long enough, Thomas.
Oh, I have not missed doing that voice. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Don't worry about it. Now everyone enjoy. Dinner proceeded with light conversation, most of it being carried by either Maria or Coach Grifter. You were too busy thinking about him checking your text messages and what he read exactly.
Thanks you for inviting me over, Maria. The food tastes so good.
You know what I wish was in the options? To make the font size a little goddamn bigger because, man, that was the biggest problem with the reading, was I can't, the fucking shit's so small I can't read it. My pleasure. Thomas told me you enjoyed the cake he took you, so I figured, why not invite you over for dinner? That's a logical conclusion.
Oh yeah, that cake was fantastic. It was so moist and delicious. I could eat an entire cake like that by myself.
Well, you're in luck. There's still a large portion of it left, so we'll have dessert after the main course.
A home-cooked meal and dessert? It has been far too long since I've had something like this.
So tell me, how is your book doing? I've read it, I've been reading it at night, and I've really been enjoying it so far. I'm so glad Thomas encouraged me to go with him to your event. Coach looked embarrassed and chuckled. Oh, you don't bring out the baby pictures, Mom, it's just a date.
Sales have been good for it. A lot better than I expected it to do. I'm good to hear someone say they like it.
I literally just woke up and started doing this shit, so I'm sorry if I'm having a little trouble opening my squinty-ass eyes.
I don't get a chance to talk to many people who have read it.
Once I'm done, I'm gonna let Richard read it, and I've been trying to spread the word to my other friends.
Oh, well, thank you so much, really. That means a lot to me. It makes me happy to have your support.
You've been reading it too, haven't you, Thomas? Yeah, I've been reading it at night before I go to bed. I'm really enjoying it too. I've left reviews for it on the sites online to encourage people to get it.
Really?
The coach had stopped eating his food and was now just poking at it with a fork, a broad grin spread across his face. I'm so happy.
Well, I'm really happy then, and that you're enjoying it too.
Do you have plans to write another?
Well, I've been working on one, so hopefully I can get that one published also.
When the time comes, we'll all celebrate then. The conversation carried on, and once everyone had finished their food, Maria vanished into the kitchen and returned with dessert. Time for dessert, boys, so help yourself. There's plenty of cake here. Uh-huh. Judging by the way you're filling out those jeans, there's plenty of cake here.
Gladly.
The coach cut himself a rather generous motherfucker slice of cake, dwarfing the pieces you and Maria had gotten. Jeez, Coach, you really do enjoy the sweets, don't you?
Yeah, I got a bit of a sweet tooth, I suppose. I'll go straight to my gut, though. I just can't help it, though, especially when something as wonderful as this has been placed before me. All that food has been delicious, Maria. Thank you again for having me over. I probably would have stopped somewhere on the way home. I tend to eat out a bit more than I'd like.
You're welcome over any time. I like cooking for everyone here, and I'm glad to have company to cook for.
Just make sure Thomas lets me know, and I'll be happy to show up. Though I think it's about time I head home. I need to do some planning for classes tomorrow.
That means I should show up, huh?
Of course. You can't be slacking off in class. I'm not gonna go easy on you just because you invited me for dinner.
Blast, the bribe has failed, Maria. It was a good effort. Maria patted your head as she gathered the dishes at the table. Maybe next time. I guess I'll have to cook more food and make it even better.
Hey, tonight's food was divine.
The coach stood and put his hand on your shoulder, giving it a gentle squeeze.
I suppose I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him out, Maria. I think then I'll come back in and help you clean up. Nonsense, I'll clean up. You do whatever you need to do. Oh, if you say so.
Thanks for inviting me over tonight, Thomas. It's been nice.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden, but it was nice, wasn't it?
How long have you been living here?
Around a year or so, I guess. Hit a rough spot in my life and ended up homeless. Thankfully, I met Maria, and she told me of this place. She's the owner of the place, and she's a really nice woman.
Seems so.
I've been embarrassed to tell anyone this is where I live. You're the only one on the team that knows right now.
No reason to be embarrassed. We all have a fair share of difficulties, and what we do what we can to get through it. Thank you, Christ. At least you found a good place to stay, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're doing a better job coping with your issues than I've done.
You're not doing bad yourself. Look at how successful you are.
I suppose, but that's not everything, you know. I guess I'm gonna head home now. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Be safe on the drive home. You can just text me when you get here.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
You waved to the coach as he drove off before you headed back inside. Ah, another blue balls moment. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this shit. Maria was in the kitchen, and you retreated to your bedroom. Oh, even the bedrooms changed. They're really trying to phase out the 3D models, which is interesting because there are some pictures in the game that are like real life pictures that have just been like posterized or whatever. So I guess they're going for an entirely drawn aesthetic, which is good. Like that's part of being in a development game. Is sometimes you see drawings like this, especially when you get into the later updates. But I think that's good because if you have more consistent artwork in your game, people are bound to get more invested in what you're presenting. You sprawled out on your bed, staring up at the ceiling. Wonder if he'll actually text me when he gets home. Maybe I should go ahead and send him a text just so he'll remember. You pulled out your phone and debated for a moment before deciding you would text him. Hey, coach, don't forget to tell me when you're home. And send. Short and simple. That's not bad, right? 15 minutes or so passed while you played with your phone and when you were alerted with a new message. Oh, I must be home now. Let's see what the message says. Home now. I better read this in Coach Grifter's voice because it's his text, of course. Home now, and it's time for the bear to hibernate. I'll see you in class tomorrow, so sleep well. Hibernating bear, huh? Sounds cute.
No! Stop!
I'll just send a quick reply. Good night, Coach. Sweet dreams. See you in class.
There we go, all done.
I think I'll turn in early tonight. Cool. Time for day 11! 11.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Coach.
Sleep well last night?
You'd think I would have after all the food last night, but I was tossing and turning a lot.
Tell me about it. I had a hard time sleeping myself.
You stood there for a moment longer as more students began to enter the classroom. I'm going to grab my seat now. It's about time for class to start, right?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Once everyone was situated, the coach called for silence so he could begin today's lecture.
All right, everyone, today and through the next couple of weeks, we're going to discuss poetry. Today is going to start off with something that's short and sweet, and that is going to be the haiku. With winter having just faded into spring, I thought it would make a perfect time to talk about these seemingly basic poems. Now, can anyone tell me something about the haiku?
The class was silent, and then out of everyone, Chester raised his hand.
Chester, what do you know about him?
Well, I know it was a Japanese origin. A haiku is generally just a short poem about the fleeting moments of nature, and they don't normally rhyme. I don't know how to do a voice for Chester because when I look at his face, I see something like, "Hey, man," but that's a little too close to Darius. Darius is a little more up here, but hey, man, it's a little more down here. But that's too similar, and I don't know why. I mean, it's just because his face is kind of goofy looking. So I imagine. Well, I know it's Japanese origin. A haiku, it's too similar to Darius, so I've been. Well, I know Japanese origin. and they don't normally rhyme.
I'm impressed, Chester. That's correct. The haiku did originate in Japan and had a North Korean adaptation in the early 20th century. Typically, they were written in the style of 3 lines, being taught as having 5 syllables in one line, 7 in line 2, and 5 again in line 3. Though that is not always the case. Some haiku are even as short as 2, 3, and 2 syllables. The length isn't as quite as important as the sound of the poem and the theme, though. For example, a famous Japanese writer, Matsuo Basho, wrote this haiku. In the cicada's cry, no sign can tell how soon it must die. This haiku doesn't conform to what people considered a normal haiku, but it's still perfectly done.
Okay, so a lot of people have noticed in the comments, and they're siding with me on this, that this game has a lot of needless information. I know what a haiku is. I get it.
Now we're reading textbooks on page 57, and we'll start analyzing some other famous haiku.
Coach continued with his lesson. As the class drew to an end, he gave everyone a final assignment for the weekend.
Alright, everyone, for the weekend, I want you all to write a haiku. Remember the basic idea behind it, and refer back to your books if you need to. Keep them in the theme of spring and winter. They'll be due Tuesday morning when class starts. Alright, you're all dismissed now.
Coach waved you over as you were heading towards the door.
Hey, Thomas.
What's up, Coach?
You want to join me for lunch in the cafeteria today?
As long as you don't mind waiting until my class is done, I'd be happy to join you.
Yeah, I don't mind waiting. I have another class to lecture to. Lecture 2. T-O-O, motherfucker, T-O-O. So let's meet in the cafeteria at 1:45.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll see you there, Coach.
Great, see you then.
Lunch up. Fuck! I hate this guy. Look, the pushy guy, I get it. There's people that like that. I don't. I really don't. It feels like it's just a motherfucker that doesn't know the definition of no, and those are not motherfuckers I like to encourage. I know at some point I'm gonna have to do the Darius run of this fucking game, so it's like, fuck, I don't wanna, that's not gonna be fun for me, but some people want it, so, god damn it. Spying on me, Darius? Of course, now I wanna see what's going on between you and Coach now. Oh, you're hopeless. Nothing's going on between us, yet. Oh, good lord. He walked off before giving you a chance to reply. Yet, not yet's right, I hope. Your following class seemed to pass by slowly. Thank God it didn't go into detail on that one. And as soon as it let out, you made your way to the cafeteria to meet up with Coach Grifter. You were out of the cafeteria to find Coach waiting right inside for you.
Right on time. I'm famished.
Same here. I am ready to eat something. You followed the coach to the lunch line, gathered about half of what the coach piled on his tray. He paid for all the food, and you followed him to the nearby table. Well, it helps to have a sugar bear daddy. Sugar bear, you get a cookie crisp, cookie crisp, cookie crisp, cookie crisp. That's the wolf. That's the wolf. Before that was Sugar Bear, though. Look up Sugar Bear. He was the chillest motherfucker in the land. Geez, are you gonna let me pay for my stuff? I do have some money.
It's no big deal. I get a discount for being a teacher here, so it's best if I pay.
He chuckled and started eating right away.
So what do you think of today's class?
The haiku?
Yeah.
Well, it was a good lesson. I haven't done anything with the haiku in a long time, but never knew they could be so thought-provoking.
Aren't they? The writer can express so much emotion in something they only had a few lines long. They can be rather impressive.
Have you written any? No, of course he fucking has! He's an English teacher! Fuck it, whatever.
Oh, I've done a few, but I'd rather read them than write them.
Yeah, you'll have to let me read them sometime.
You really want to read them?
Of course! With how much I've enjoyed your book, I'm sure I'll enjoy them too. I bet it would offer the same kind of inspiration for the assignment you gave us.
Oh, man, sure. If you really want to read them, I'll let you.
Maybe they'll offer me some inspiration on completing your assignment. I feel like you just said that.
Oh, well, if you'd like to read them, I'll show them to you.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. I'll come by around lunch again, and we can chat, and I'll read over them.
Sure, I don't mind that. I'll bring a few of them with me. You don't have classes tomorrow, right?
No, I don't.
So do you only have my class and math to worry about?
I do have a couple classes online as well. I normally deal with those after practice through the week. I just watch a video, complete an assignment, that's about it.
That doesn't sound like it helps very much.
Honestly, it doesn't do much for me. I thought it was an easy alternative to showing up to class, but I really don't learn much from them doing it online. The teachers online are pretty lazy, it seems.
I believe it. I taught an online class a couple times. We do it for the lazy students. Irk. Not saying that you're lazy, just but the students online put less effort into the course than the ones that show up to a class. A lot of times the assignment don't even get done, though, and that makes your job even easier. Online classes are forgotten easily. A huge chunk of my online students are Cliff Notes, use Cliff Notes for something like that, and so when I grade their papers, it's a breeze for me. Many of them fail, drop out, or barely make a passing grade. It's irritating for me, but I can't help that they took what they thought would be an easier route. You better not slack off in those classes.
Don't worry, I'm not. I'm putting as much effort into those as I would do in a normal class. And it just seems much easier.
I'm sure it is. The teacher probably doesn't expect anyone to put in the work. Online classes really need a
Is this just a PSA against online classes at this point? I've had online classes. Yeah, sure, some of them were like the easy A. Some of them were overrun with fucking lazy students. But like a lot of them were just people who had like transportation issues and shit. What the fuck, man? And the biggest problem I found with online classes was that the teachers either didn't know how to properly do an online class, or that they didn't think it was worth it enough, so they didn't put the fucking effort in. So take your hypocritical ass and shove it up your other hypocritical ass, you two-ass motherfucker! Coach had finished his food and was staring at you from across the table while you two talked.
Well, I'm sure you're doing great in my class. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure you score an A with no problem.
Think so? Huh, that's good. The higher the scores I have, the better. It'll help me to get financial aid later.
It really will, so study hard. And I hate to do it, but I gotta leave you now. I have another class starting in about 10 minutes.
Oh, thanks for lunch, Coach.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow at practice, Thomas.
See you then, Coach. Oh, I have nothing else to do today. Where should I go now? Oh, what the fuck? What is critical strike? What the fuck is critical strike? No, seriously, what the fuck is... And you could just go to any of these? Well, you can't go to the tennis courts. You could go to the college campus, home. What the hell is critical strike? What am I missing? What is critical strike? I don't need to go to the track. He said he's got a class. I'm trying to be faithful to this being the Coach Grifter run. I don't know what critical fucking strike is, but that just sounds like a thing. I'll walk around campus. I'm bound to see something interesting. There's a science building. They have a bunch of little exhibits located in the halls with a bunch of neat information. Here's one about space. Looks like a model of our solar system, but the Earth is so tiny compared to everything else. It has a small plaque on it, too. It says, "There is perhaps no better a demonstration of the folly of human conceit than its distant image of our tiny world." Carl Sagan. Amazing, isn't it? Whoa! Good Lord! Good God Almighty! Who the fuck are you? Why are you so huge, man?
Our planet is massive. Then you see our universe and our galaxy with millions of other galaxies around it, and you realize just how insignificant we all really are.
Speaking of massive, who's this guy? Yeah, it's astounding how big space is. It's really hard to believe there's so much out here.
Isn't it? It's amazing that there's so much we don't know that's out there. Oh, forgive my rambling. I'm a new professor here, and I'm happy to run into someone else fascinated by our galaxy.
He's a professor. Oh, man. Why are all my teachers so huge? My name's Thomas. I'm a student here.
I see. Well, you can call me Professor Ty. I'll be teaching classes dealing with astrophysics. Will I be seeing you in any of my classes?
Probably not. I'm here for general studies right now, and I'm considering business management as a career.
Oh, is that so? Well, you should still sign up for at least one astronomy class. There's always room and for those in any degree.
Yeah, maybe I will. This could be fun.
It is. Trust me on that. You should sit in on one of my lectures sometime. I'll be having class all week starting at 8, 10:15, and 12:30.
I might take you up on that offer to see what it's like.
Good. I'm off to a meeting now, and I hope to see you in one of my classes sometime.
Okay, then. So maybe I'll see you around, Professor.
Hopefully. Goodbye.
The fuck was that? just storm coming through. That guy was huge. I did not think he was a professor here, let alone the one teaching astrophysics. I think I will drop by his room in the future to check out his class, though. Might be fun looking. But it's been fun looking around, but it's time to get going. I don't know what the fucking point of that was, but whatever. It's been a good day. I think I got a lot accomplished. I'm really looking forward to spending more time with Coach tomorrow outside of practice. Hopefully his work will inspire me to write my own. I have no idea what I'm going to write a haiku about. I'll just make a list of things I could write about and go from there. Maybe he'll even help me write them. I suppose I'll find out tomorrow. You know when y'all find out? You know when? The stupid music loop is back! I never thought I'd miss it after 11 days of silence. But it's back, baby! Just in time for this episode to fucking end. So thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Extracurricular Activities. On the next one, we'll be spending time with Coach Grifter, I guess. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained-up professional speaking for the voices on my head when I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone! What is this shit I'm doing? We're holding onto a bar, trying not to fall off a fucking ship? What is this?